Hey, congratulations! You made it all the way to Diocletian. So Diocletian was a powerful Roman general that seized power and proclaimed himself, I'm the emperor, he said. So that was kind of like during this weird period, because they had a whole bunch of really weak emperors. A lot of them had died, like 20 of them had died over a 100-year period. Most of them were assassinated. So Diocletian saw the empire was failing. It's known as the crisis of the 3rd century. You may have read about that before. But Diocletian saw a problem with the empire. He saw the empire had become too large. All the outlying areas essentially just did whatever they wanted. So when he became the emperor, the first thing that he did was he actually divided the empire into 2 parts. He took one part on the eastern side, and he gave the emperorship in Rome to a friend of his named Maximian. And Maximian ruled from Rome, and Diocletian ruled on the eastern side. Something else that Diocletian does after this Roman split is he sees another problem. He sees, like, so what happens when one of the emperors dies? Like, who takes over? Like, there's always this issue, right? There's always this fighting all the time as to who's going to become the next emperor. Usually it's a bunch of generals that fight with each other, civil wars, and so what he tries to solve that by producing something known as the tetrarchy. The tetrarchy is essentially he creates a position of a junior emperor for each side. So the eastern side had a junior emperor, and the western side had a junior emperor, right? And they would sort of take a smaller section of the empire, and they would rule that little small section, and then learn how to be an emperor, right? And then if the emperor dies, if the main guy dies, then they just step in, right? So they appointed these things. So these junior emperors were known as Caesars, and then the major emperor was known as an Augustus. So this period ultimately has 4 rulers, 2 Caesars, 2 Augustus. And so this period of 4 rulers is known as the Tetrarchy. And it's this Tetrarchy that it was Diocletian's effort to solve the problem of how massive the empire had become. That's what I want you to, there's some questions. I think there are 3 questions that you can answer. That's what they are, the Diocletian split.